Hello everyone, welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe guys, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos folks. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. So listen, it's NFL time, it's football time, and I'm ready to talk about it. I know you want to talk about week 15. Before I get into my week 15 picks, I want to do my week 14 recap. That's what I want to talk about first. I want to talk about the picks that I made in week 14, and I want to share my results with you folks. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I covered from week 14, Panthers at Browns. Took the Panthers in this football game, and I got myself a loss. Browns beat the Panthers 20-26. I was very confident in the Panthers. They let me down. There's a lot of things coming out of Carolina that the head coach's job may be, on the line there. It was just, that was rough, man. It was a really rough loss for me. I was very confident in the Panthers. I really thought they would take this football game, but they didn't. So at the end of the day, shout outs to the Browns fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Panthers, and I got myself a loss. Next game I covered, Giants at Redskins. Took the Giants in this football game confidently, and I got myself a W, okay? Giants beat the Redskins 40-16. Man, Redskins, everything looked bad. The offense looked bad. Mark Sanchez looked bad. I mean, the coach, he looked bad. He looked bad even after the game. So, listen, shout out to the Giants fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Giants as well, and I got myself a W as well. And last but not least, the best game of the week, the Jets game. Jets at Bills. Took the Bills in this football game, and I got myself a loss, man. I got myself a loss. Jets beat the Bills 27-23. I'm happy. I'm happy to take this loss, especially with what I saw in this football game from Sam Darnold. All right, the kid just continues to show these flashes of being a franchise quarterback. He had a great throw along the sidelines to Robbie Anderson. He also led a game-winning drive just full of great throws and great decisions and great pre-snap reads. I mean, the kid knows what he's doing. He even had a scramble play in this game. It was just immaculate. He just knows what he's doing out there. He's still young, and he's just absolutely putting the team on his back and getting things done out there on the football field, even with, on the road, with it, dealing with an injury, dealing with a coaching staff that's trash. I'm telling you, once we just get all this mess cleared out from around him and we surround him with the right staff and the right players, man, he is going to be good. He's going to be so good. But listen, shout out to Jets fans. You guys got yourselves a win. I took the Bills, and I got myself a loss. But I'm totally fine with it, all right? I am over the moon about Sam Darnold. So, listen, with that said, week 14, that's in the past. That is said and done. It is over, all right? It is time to move on to week 15. It's time to talk about my week 15 picks right now and what we have coming up in NFL football. So let's go ahead and get into my week 15 picks. First game I want to cover from week 15 is Packers at Bears. Listen, man, I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm getting straight to the point. The Packers, for me, the big question for them in this football game is, can you protect Aaron Rodgers? All right? Listen, Mac Daddy, Khalil Mack, he's coming to town. He ain't playing no games. That dude don't tell no jokes. He just, forces QBs into making bad decisions, or you're getting blasted and you're taking a sack. That's all he's doing. All right? He is a guy, I'm telling you, I don't know if there's a player that has changed a defense or made a defense more scary after their acquisition than Khalil Mack. This guy is just an absolute monster. You look at the Packers right now, Brian Bulaga, he's out for this game. That's their starting right tackle. Somebody's got to step up and fill in that spot. You got to make sure that you also scheme to find some way to chip, Mac. You got to find some way to slow that guy down. Because if Rodgers, gets hit and he's already dealing with some stuff as well himself, it's going to be a long day if they continue to let Aaron Rodgers take shots in the football game, if Mac starts banging him around or forcing him to make quick throws or something like that. You got to get the ball in your running back's hands. You also got to see Jimmy Graham, who's had a very up and down season because of injuries. Maybe this is a game where Jimmy Graham becomes way more impactful because of that short and intermediate passing game, just getting the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands and kind of softening things up out there. I don't know if Adams is going to have a big game in this game because I don't know if the long ball is going to be there, but he's a guy that also, they need to make sure that he gets a bit more involved in this game too, kind of changes some things up, maybe moving him around, putting him in a slot or some things like that in this game. You look at the Bears side of the ball, the only question I have for the Bears offensively is, can they just continue the synergy that they have? Allen Robinson, he's dealing with a hip injury. He may not play. If he doesn't, I want to see a guy like Anthony Miller kind of step up. I want to see him starting to catch the football a bit more. Taylor Gabriel's a solid weapon. I know Tariq Cohen is a guy that they continue to feature, not just in the running game, but also in the passing game. This is a guy I loved coming out of college because of what he's showing right now. The speed, the explosion, the ability to catch the football coming out the backfield. He's got it all, man. I mean, he's a small guy. He gets lost in piles, and then boom, he is gone. You know what I'm saying? And he sees a tough chase. But I also want to see Trey Burton really become a part of this offense. He's a guy that I thought would have a bigger year than what he's having right now. But he's a very solid tight end, extremely talented, big guy, athletic. I really want to see them get him the football. So with all that said, I'm taking the Bears to win this football game 28-21. 28-21, I'm taking the Bears. I think Khalil Mack has a big game and absolutely makes a lot of plays in this football game and really makes the Packers pay. So again, I am taking the Bears 28-21. Next game on the cover from Week 15, Patriots at Steelers. Whew, listen, man. Whew. This is another game where, these two teams, every time they see each other, they battle it out. I'm throwing these two defenses away, all right, because it seems like every time they play each other, it's kind of a game where you see a bit of scoring. You know what I'm saying? A bit of scoring, a little bit more than usual. You know what I'm saying? The Pats already kind of play a bend but don't break defense already. You look at the Steelers side of the football. James Conner, he's dealing with an ankle injury. He's questionable for this football game. He was limited in practice. I don't expect him to really have a big impact in this football game. I think Jalen Samuels is a guy they're going to continue to go to. Ridley is also a guy I think is going to see the football back there running from the backfield. So I'm looking at the situation and I'm saying I think Ben is going to have to throw the football quite a bit in this game. I think, Antonio Brown's a guy they're going to continue to feature. He's one of the best wide receivers in the league. I think he's going to be out there making plays. I think Juju's going to be out there making plays. But they got a young wide receiver that I'm excited about, man. I'm excited about him. His name is James Washington. This kid has talent. He has a lot of talent. There's been some moments this season. I know you're looking at me and you're saying, Joe, but we've watched him. Listen, there's been some moments, okay, where he looks like he is completely lost out there, all right? There's been some moments where you're wondering, like, what is he doing? But there's also been moments where this kid looks like just amazing, where he's out there, he's run the correct route, and he's dusted the corner, and he's wide open. He's got so much speed. He's got so much ability. I think he just needs to learn how to trust his body a little bit. Sometimes he's diving for footballs that he could easily just reach out and catch. I don't know, but again, he's a young rookie wide receiver, still trying to process the system and put things together, but he's coming quite a ways, and I think he's going to be a guy that is going to have opportunities in his football game, primarily coming out of the slot, because they do that as well. They put him in the slot from time to time. I think he's going to have opportunities to make plays in this game, and I think when he's called upon, he'll do what it takes, to win those matchups. So the only thing I'm worried about with the Steelers as well is their kicker. Boswell is terrible. This guy has costed them so many games over his time there. I'm really worried about the special teams portion of this football team with him still there kicking. I don't know what's going on and why he's there, but it is what it is. You look at the Pat side of the football, for me, the question is hey, can they put together an effective running game coming in here against the Steelers? Sony Michel, can they get him going early? I think Edelman is going to be a guy that is going to find himself open on a couple plays, because I think a lot of the coverage is going to be drawn to Josh Gordon. I think they're going to try to do some things to kind of slow him down early so that he isn't the guy that ends up going off. So with all that said, I am taking the Patriots to win this football game 33-30. 33-30, I'm taking the Pats, and this is the reason why I'm taking the Pats. I think the Steelers missed a last-second field goal again with Boswell. I don't know why I'm feeling like that. And I know Steelers fans are going to be in my inbox saying, you're trying to jinx us, you're going to curse us. No, I'm not trying to jinx anybody. I'm not trying to curse anybody, but I just got a gut feeling. It's just something in my gut that is saying that Boswell is going to lose another game for the Steelers, and this might be it for him after this game. So again, I am taking the Patriots to beat the Steelers 33-30. Last but not least, the best game of the week, the Jets game, baby. The Jets game, all right? Texans at Jets. Man, listen. This is going to be a tough one, guys. This is a good football team. I'm going to start off with the Jets. I'm going to start off with our offense here. First off, Isaiah Crowell on IR. I love Isaiah. I wish him absolutely nothing but the best. I hope he comes back, next year ready to go, fully healthy. I hope he fully recovers from his injury. But this opens the door for what a lot of people, myself included, have been talking about with this team is young players getting the opportunity to play. Okay, first and foremost, Elijah McGuire, Trenton Cannon. These are two backs that we're excited about. They're young backs. We think they can carry the football. Guess what? They're gonna definitely get the football now. Todd Bowles can't block that anymore. These are two guys that should have been getting the football all year. We should have seen what we have out of them. Well, now they're gonna get a hefty part of the load here and what they need. I think McGuire is a kid that if you put the football in his hands, and that's what we're going to have to do in this football game, we've got to establish the run early. We cannot allow the pass rush of the Houston Texans to just absolutely get after us. Get the football in Elijah McGuire's hands and establish the run that way. I also like to see Trenton Cannon. I know Jeremy Bates, he's like on Mars or something. He can't figure out how to use Cannon. You've got to get him involved any way that you can, whether it be coming out the backfield, catching the football, putting him in the slot, giving him certain packages, or just handing the ball off to the kid and allowing him to use his speed and explosion to make plays. Quincy Newell's going to be out for this football game as well. That sucks. That's a guy that is Sam's go-to target, but again, we got other guys behind him. Robbie Anderson, Curse, Rashad Matthews, Deontay Burnett is a young kid that we want to see play. He built a rapport with Sam all the way back in college. He's here now. We saw some good stuff out of him early in the season, and then we never saw him again. Hopefully they can do something with him, and he will be playing so that we can continue to see his growth within this offense as well. And my big question here, especially for us offensively, is how are we going to protect Sam? Look, Jeremy Bates has been a terrible play caller the entire year. His play calling has been suspect. We've all been worried about it. We've seen him draw up game plans that have hindered Sam and have really put him in bad positions as a quarterback with, awful protections, stuff like that. If you do that against the Texans, in this game, we're done. All right. If you let Clowney and Watt just absolutely take this football game over, we are done. Those guys are not playing any games. If you let them tee off on Sam, there's going to be strip sacks. There's going to be interceptions. There's going to be dismay and destruction. Okay, you got to find some way to draw it up to make sure to keep these guys off of Sam. Whether it be a back in the backfield, a tight end chipping somebody, you got to do something. Okay, no more empty sets against these guys that can just easily rush upfield, and there's nobody to help Sam back there because our O-line is suspect as it gets. Defensively, if you look at us, the Houston Texans are coming in with Hopkins and Thomas. Whew, let me tell you something. Hopkins, that guy's amazing. Thomas, a guy they acquired from the Broncos, he's really, getting his foot stepped in there, and he's doing his thing. I think that we'll probably put Tremaine Johnson on Hopkins, but Tremaine Johnson also dealing with a foot injury. I wonder how much that's going to hinder him. But, he's got to get it together there. He's a guy that has done some things recently where we're excited about him, caught some interceptions. He's looking like he's back to the corner that we all thought we were getting in free agency when we first signed him because he had such an up and down year. This is going to be a big test for him. Hopkins is not a game, like I said, one of the best in the league. You look at the other side, Claiborne's probably going to be matched up on Thomas. We'll see what we can get out of him. But then you look at their backfield. Lamar Miller, he's another back. He catches the football out the backfield. He's a great runner as well. He's literally their primary back because Alfred Blue comes in every so often, but it's mainly Lamar Miller, the guy that's really going to stun you. But then you look at Deshaun Watson. Here's a kid that's got a great arm, a fantastic arm, but he's also a kid that can hurt you running the football. He can hurt you with his feet as well. He extends plays that way. He moves the chains that way. He runs for first downs, all that type of stuff. So it's a lot of things that we're going to have to worry about here. And when you're talking about Darren Lee not playing because he's dealing with his suspension, May is going to be off the field as well because he's injured. You're like, ugh, how are we going to deal with all this stuff? What are we going to do? Or how are we going to get some rush? Can Henry Anderson continue, to provide that rush every so often, that situational pass rush when we need it? Can Leonard Williams step up and really get rolling? We've seen some good things from him so far as well. There's just a lot of questions, I think, for us defensively that I don't know if we have the answer for what they're bringing here. So with all that said, I'm taking the Texans to beat the Jets 24-13. 24-13, I'm taking the Texans. I think the young players on the Jets will shine, though. I think we'll come out of this game saying, hey, we've got some guys. We got some young guys. We just got to continue to build. But I just don't think we have enough to beat the Texans. I don't. I think our special teams will continue to look good, though, with our kicker being very solid, Myers, and Roberts just continuing to give us solid field position with his kick returns or punt returns. But I just don't think we'll have enough to keep up with the Texans. So again, I am taking the Texans to win this game 24-13. So with that said, folks, please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Sunday's here. Sit down with your families. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your times. Happy holidays to everyone that's out there. Sit down, have your favorite beverage, favorite food, and just enjoy your times with your families. All right? So you folks have a good day. Peace.